So I had a severe traumatic brain injury about 5 or 6 years ago, I think. And ever since then, my skating has improved dramatically, and I don't really understand why. I understand that through practice you get better at something, that makes perfect sense to me. But why afterwards, now that I'm 35, sort of half-wrecked body, and my skating just keeps getting better and improving? And I think it's probably two things. I think the first thing is that I'm way more careful about how I skate now, sort of inherently, because I don't want to go through something like that again. I don't want to have my head opened up and all patched back together. And that's what this is in my head, by the way, if you've ever wondered. It's a big piece of metal. I have a bunch of them that hold this side of my skull on. And yeah, so if you've ever wondered, that's what that is. I think the fact that I'm more careful about what I do these days when I skate is probably like the big reason, first off, that my skating's gotten a lot better. I don't push myself into situations where I really think I'm gonna get hurt. I'm at an age where if I get hurt, it's time off work for me, and I'm not sponsored or anything like that, so I can't afford to take a massive amount of time off and then have to tell my boss like, hey, I hurt myself skateboarding. And I think the second reason that my skateboarding's improved so much, it's so good for your mental health and physical, that it sort of helped me reconnect the two again. I couldn't walk and talk properly after my head injury, and I had to go to rehab and stuff, like physical rehab, to get all of that back, and then I had to do some speech therapy as well, because I sort of developed a stammer, which is like a stutter kind of thing. And skateboarding, without even realizing, was like the perfect thing to connect my mind and my body back together. And it took a long time, don't get me wrong. I couldn't skate for like 2 years after the injury, and they told me I'd never skate again, but I always had it in the back of my mind that I'm getting back on the horse. I did have my head injury skateboarding, and I wasn't wearing a helmet or anything, and I've made a video about that in the past, so maybe go watch that. I'm not super comfortable talking about it, as you can probably tell, but I think it's good to explain this in case there's somebody else out there that's ever had like a really bad concussion or a head injury, and they're considering getting back into skateboarding, that there's, you're not alone. And yeah, that's basically it. I have no answers really. I'm kind of just putting the question out there. Are there any other skateboarders in the world that have had major head injuries and decided to keep skating afterwards, and then seen improvements in their skating, maybe because of their mentality or just the way they approach it? I hope you enjoyed the skating. I know it's a bit of a weird topic, but if you don't ask, you don't get answers, so enjoy. Peace.
Skateboard, cool guy zone.
You got a dang trumpet in this place? What is trumpet?
If I can remember my dingus password.
No, I'm riding a horse. I ride a skateboard. I'm gonna teach you all the tricks that I know, and I know all of them.